Good morning and welcome back to Acorn Homestead. So as you can see, I have cleaned out this corner. This is the one right by the door. Don't look at that. That's a work in progress. So this is where my kitchen was. This wasn't there. That'll be moved. But it's going back here because I don't like it in the corner. Well, let me rephrase that. I like the kitchen over here by the cooker because I can't move the cooker technically. There's my kitten. She's just learning to use the litter box. Anyways, so I'm going to move my kitchen from where it is to here. And where it is here at the minute, at the end of my bed. So I prepare all my food here, and then I go and cook it over there. I don't like that. It's kind of annoying. The other thing I don't like is that the cats get fed up on that because the dog likes to eat their food. She'll eat everybody's food, doesn't matter whose it is. And then they use the litter box, which right now is sitting just right there. But then they walk on the counter and jump out the window. I'm not so sure I like litter feet on my counter while I'm cooking my food. So, needless to say, I'm changing it. But as you can see, I've already taken this one down. The frame for that is there, and don't worry, it's attached to the wall as well. I have a nail up here that I hang that mirror at, and I think I want it back up there because it's just at the right height to, like, that's obviously my bed area and it's got stuff on it from the top of the cupboards. But I like the mirror up there, so I want to make this kind of a desky studying area or something that I can change to when my friends come to visit. So, but for now, what's going to happen is that I'm taking the kitchen out of here. Now, to take this kitchen out and to build the frame, because I'm putting it on a 6-inch frame to lift it up high, I need to clean it all off, and the corner cupboard there, I need to measure the back, because if I'm not mistaken, it has instead of going like this to the corner, I think it goes from here to here, so there'll be a bit of a space in that far corner, in that right down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just clear all this off, take off the countertop, put that somewhere outside, and then I'll be able to build the frame. Now, what I'm going to do for the cupboard is I'm going to have, this is 1100, 1.1 meters, and then that one is a meter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the countertop whole for the time being, even though it does stick out like this here. It does stick out over the window, over the window, past the window. So right now, excuse me, right now I'm going to leave it as is. I am going to change it. I don't want this countertop. A couple of my friends have 2 different pieces, which I don't really mind if it's 2 different pieces, but we'll see. And then I'll put in a new piece. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use the corner piece, and then I'm going to put this 1100 beside it. So that'll be 1,000 from this corner here to the edge. Here's 1,000, and then this is 1,100. So that gives me 2,100 millimeters of counter space. So it'll come to, well, that's 600. So it'll probably come to the end of the boxes. So this will be my counter for my cupboards right here, just this piece right here where my hand is all the way to the end there. So that should be more than enough for a kitchen. Plus I still have this one, and I can put it up on the wall in the opposite corner. So that's what I'm doing now, but I thought I would bring you along because it's been a long time since I videoed anything. Well, it's not been a long time since I videoed anything, but it has been a long time since I am able to post said videos. But anyways, thanks for coming along, and we'll see how things go. Okay, I think I got it here. I think this is it. So, I want no dust to get underneath the counter, so that's why this is solid all the way along, including to this piece right here. The only problem is this board, I don't have a board long enough, so I'm either going to have to splice it and use two, and then make that one long enough, or just cut a small piece and chunk it in there and then splice that, which I think is probably what I'll end up doing. Yeah, that is the other reason why I don't want anything underneath it, because I don't want kittens crawling underneath the counters. So it goes right to the wall over there, and it goes right to the wall over here, so they can't get under it. I think that's okay. So I can actually start tacking that together, and hopefully that is square, because that's 1,000. It's just over, just under, I think, and that's the 2010. So it actually works out really well. The problem is I'm going to have to put it all together, screw it all together, and then hopefully hopefully the counters and stuff fit on it. I could like test fit the long skinny one right here. So maybe I'll try that. Huh. That seems to be not too bad, actually. This one was too long, so I have a spare piece, which actually is okay. And the best part is, if you look right here, it's completely level with the window, so that when I cut a piece of counter, which is what I actually learned from another YouTube channel, is that they had their counter in and went right back to the window. So now this is going to come right up to the window ledge, I think. But at this point, I probably will just put, like, I've got plywood. I might just cut a piece of plywood and do that. But that actually is not too bad. It'll be interesting to see if the corner piece will fit. I'm going to have to put the corner piece in first, because the corner piece is like, or this is overlapping a bit down here, this corner here. So I'm not 100% sure. I might have to, well, I've got room to move it down that way a bit more, so that's probably what I'll end up doing, but we'll have a look. All right, this is better. I mean, this is still sticking out, but I need it to stick out so that this one can sit on it. This part isn't, like, this space here isn't attached yet, like it's not screwed in, which means I have to move that piece again and then attach that where it needs to be. And then I can attach this end here as well to the other end. It's a little bit askew there, you can see that there, but it's okay. But right now I'm going to put the tabletop on top of that and see how far it sticks out over there, because I may just lop it off. I haven't decided whether to lop it off there and just have that piece and then put like a veneer on that side, or actually I was thinking, because I'm putting the other shelf on the top, and it's also only 1,000. There we go. Well, it's okay, but I will have to cut off the end of this. I thought about maybe finding a card at like Argos or something, like a sliding cart that's only 40 centimeters deep, or I could make my own, which wouldn't be that difficult. At least then I can put that, that's my art stuff, so there's art and writing and my school books and stuff are in that. But for the time being, I think that's okay. Now the problem is that I don't have a tabletop for that. I do have some plywood I could probably put under there, but yeah, obviously this is the wrong end. This is the wrong end that sticks out. But I'm okay with this, actually. I know it's not perfect, but it's okay. And I trimmed down the, it's still going to stick out, but that's fine. I trimmed down this board, and was afraid to cut it too small, so I'd rather have it too big, because you can always trim more off of it if I change it out and stuff. So now all I have to do is put this little cupboard up on top and attach it again. There will be a stud in here somewhere. There's one here. There's a stud there, and then there'll be another one. Ta-da! What do you think? It's good, huh? I'm happy with it. There's a couple of other things. I wouldn't mind the door from the other cupboard that I did not use, because it won't fit there. It's a 600. It'll come out to here, and I don't want that. I can put the veneer in there, so that'll make that look nicer. And I probably could cut and... No, it wouldn't be long enough for that side, but I'm not worried about that side. So this upper cabinet is attached here and here on the inside, and also into a stud on the inside of the cabinet. The same goes for this one. Down at the bottom, there's 2 screws, one in each side, and then there's also one in the stud. So they're not going to fall. This actually opens it up a wee bit, because it leaves me this small area. Like, I've got a kitchen table. That's where all my magazines are. I've got a kitchen table there, and I can fold it up and slide it in behind that writing desk, and then pull it out when I want to have dinner or whatever. So there's more than enough room for that, and then it's easy to get to. My cooker, which is a disaster at the moment. Everything's a disaster at the moment. My tank will fit back in there, and it'll be fine because it's been there the whole time. And I can get this cleaned off and my solar stuff attached. But I think that turned out quite good. So thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed actually moving my kitchen.